The latest farm and ranch news, market reports, and more. This is KLBK's Ag Journal, sponsored by FiberMax.
Welcome back. With only a couple of days until Thanksgiving, many are preparing for the big feast. And what would Thanksgiving be without pecan pie? Annually, 132 tons of pecans are produced in the United States, with 75% of the crop coming from Texas, New Mexico, and Georgia. In this week's Ag Journal, I spoke with a local producer to see how this year's pecan crop performed.
Things are really cracking at Pecan Ridge, a local grower and shelling facility who endured what other producers dealt with this year, a hot and stressful summer.
Our yields are headed towards 50%, which is where we want to be, so it has been quite a bit better than last year's yields.
An early freeze like we encountered in October can cause problems with the husk of the pecan, called stick tight.
The pecans are fine, but the husks get stuck. It's kind of like a glue. Instead of them popping open, those husks, they adhere to the nut. They'll possibly open a little, and then we have a machine that can get them out, but a lot of times it just won't come out at all.
With leaves dropping earlier this year, it gave the trees less time to store food and energy before going dormant.
In the spring, you really got to pour the water on it as soon as it's time to do that. But it's important to get the zinc on as soon as you can, and that'll help with the problem for next year as well.
Currently, many Texas counties and orchards are quarantined because of the pecan weevil, a late-season pest of the pecan and hickory tree.
There'll be a little tiny hole in the husk going into the pecan, and that's the pecan weevil, going up the tree, going into the pecan, and laying an egg in the pecan tree. And what they do, then they eat their way out. It's just a cycle. They go back in the ground. Once they're in the ground, they're very difficult to kill. And then 2 years later, they could come right back.
Pecan Ridge can shell 5,000 pounds on an average day and can receive up to 1,300 pounds per orchard.
Some people make the mistake. They'll gather them and bring them to us immediately. They do have to dry. They need to set up probably in a garage or somewhere dry for maybe a week or two because those nuts can be real squishy, I like to say, in the inside. And if you don't, that oils will all leach out and they won't be worth eating. You can bring them to us and we can dry them for you, or you can do it at your house, whichever.
A good pecan should be blonde in color, taste sweet, and are great for a keto-friendly diet. But Christopher's favorite way to use them?
Oh, pecan pie. I mean, my grandmother has the best pecan pie recipe, and there's nothing better than a good pecan pie, so I fit right in Texas.